As you can see, there's quite a pile here, but it's not what I'm taking on my Appalachian Trail version 2.0. What this is a review of what I switched out. So first we'll start with the backpacks. I started out with the gray one on the left, ended up getting the REI Flash 55, which is 11 or 12 ounces lighter, quite a big difference. I was really happy with my 0 degree sleeping bag. I'm not going to be changing that. Also very happy with my mattress. It was 25 inches wide. Your arms don't fall over the sides. That was awesome. Started out with a cotton hat, ended up going with a technical hat. Did add this Gossamer Gear liner, mostly for keeping the mattress safe in shelters. Big thing that I changed, Santa brought me a Durston X-Mid 2. That's a trekking pole tent. So what it is my Big Agnes tent is 4 ounces more than this tent. But what I'm getting rid of is the pole system, which is about 14 ounces. My poor hiking poles ended up not really working. I took them apart, Z-folded them for the trip back, and they haven't been really working, and I can't really get them to work. So I ended up getting the Durston sticks. Camp shoes. Started out with these, nice and light, but they didn't have a heel on the back of them, and I was very stumbly bumbly. Then that empty spot is where I had some Crocs, and when I got off trail, I ended up giving them to Zuko. So I said, okay, something with the heel works. This did, but the bottoms are super loose or super slick on the ground, so I ended up trying this out, and they're working. My beloved raincoat here from EMS, back when it was actually in Buffalo. So that is like 14 ounces, and it's so old, it ends wetting out within like 2 hours. So bye-bye. Ended up sending it home. I got this Merrill, same 14 ounces, on the trail in a little thrift shop in Duncannon for $10. It really did well. But what I'm going to be using is this Outdoor Research Helium. That's 6 ounces, not 14. And got this nice wind shell, but it doesn't have elastic for around your head. So that's just going to be for day trips. Here's my jammies that didn't change. Socks. At night, I'm going to be going with the Injinji. I have been using these. This saves like an ounce. One underwear, that saves like another ounce, because I didn't keep, only one pair. Shirt. Socks. I have a purple rain skirt and shorts. Weighs about the same as my skorts that I had. Haven't decided which rain gloves I'm going to go with. Winter gear, yep. End up going with a rain kilt partway through. I'm not going to take it because this rain skirt works. My puffy, my fleece. I do have a different cover. Got it in orange and reflective. Not a big difference, like 1 ounce. But ounces equals pounds, and pounds equal pain, as the saying goes. Ended up having buy a second anchor, not an anchor, a second power brick. Got a flex towel and a Kickstarter. That's like an ounce lighter. This also needed a very specific A cable, and I don't need that anymore, so that saves like 1.5 ounces. My electronics bag. All right, so I ended up having my Sea to Summit cup. I just really didn't use it. This is for scooping out water and stuff. It's a lot lighter. I got reflective paracord. It's 30 feet instead of 50. That saves a little bit of weight. Here is, ended up not using sunscreen, but in a way it is. Here's some moisturizer, SPF sunscreen, because pretty much only your face and your hands are showing. Voltaren, that will be going with me this next round. My ankle's mad at the end of the day, so. All right. And basic hygiene. The only thing I really need, I'm taking like one piece of moleskin, but Leukotape is the answer to everything. So, whoop. Let's get back to food. I was carrying probably like 8 pounds for 4 days. I managed to get a little realistic, a little, I was always going to town with something. Took me a while to get better, rolling into town with half a protein bar and a couple snacks and a dinner or two. But I have 6.5 pounds instead of 8 pounds of food. Another big thing was water. I was carrying 3 liters. Here I have like 1.7 liters. So I think it's a difference of 3 pounds versus 5 pounds. So obviously not all of this is going in my backpack. I ended up saving, the big savings was in the backpack. That's 11 ounces, 14 ounces for the tent. Most of this is like a shaving, like a partial ounce or two. Very little. The water was big. That's like 2 pounds difference. The food, 1.5 pounds, I think. So it looks like, basically, I think I shaved off about 2.5 pounds in gear. 1.5 pounds in food. That's 4. And 2 pounds in water. That's 6. So I'm going out with 6 pounds less. And that's a big difference. So when am I going out? Looks like April. And I'll be going out for, I don't know, a couple months until it gets too hot and I stop having fun. So I'm going to start in the south in Georgia at the typical starting point, Springer, and head north until I don't feel like heading north no more and come home. And we'll see where I get. Hopefully I get to Virginia. Virginia is a big state. We'll see what part of Virginia I end up in. And then that won't leave much. I'll leave whatever I have in Virginia, a little bit of Massachusetts, and then the tough part up in Vermont and Maine. So this might be a multi-year thing. Not that that's a problem. Okay, ta-ta.